So I'm going to show you how to take a realistic animal and turn it into more of a cute cartoon style animal, such as this little flamingo. And that's going to be our example today. So the way I do this is I take an outline of my rock. I pretty much just set it on top of my iPad and trace it. This is a rock using a mold from the Happy Dotting Company, using their multi-mold. So here's the rock, set it down, took a tracing of it. Okay, then I found a picture on eBay of a flamingo that I wanted to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that picture into this program. So to start off with, this is my layers tab. You just click these two squares, that'll pull up your layers. I have my background layer is white, and then my layer number 2 is my rock outline. So I'm going to add another layer. You click off of that, and then we're going to come up here to the wrench, and we're going to hit add, and we're going to hit photo. And here's my photo of the flamingo I want to use. And you see that the picture is selected, and you know that by this blue arrow. So I can move this around, but you see how I can't see the back outline of my rock, and I need that. So I'm going to take the picture, click on it, and I'm going to move it up underneath the outline of my rock. That's going to help me know exactly where I want it on the rock. Now I'm going to reselect the picture again because I'm on the photo layer, and I'm going to reselect that picture again by clicking this arrow. Now the picture is selected. Now I can kind of get it enlarged about where I want it. I want the beak kind of facing down a little bit. This is the base of my rock. So we're just going to go with that right there, I think. I'm going to click off of that layer. And now I'm going to add a new layer. And it's going to come above the photo but below the outline of the rock, which is exactly where we want it. We're going to click off of that. Now we're going to select the brush tool, which is right here. When it's selected, it'll be blue. This is the eraser, the smudge tool, and the brush tool. So we want the brush tool. You click it again, it'll pull up all of your options. I'm using inking and studio pen. You could also use syrup. If you don't have studio pen, syrup is another one that I like a lot. But I'm just going to go with studio pen for right now. And then that's about the size of my line. I know that this is kind of washing out. Hopefully you'll be able to see this though. Over here are your undo and redo buttons. So there was my pen. I can undo it or I can redo it. So now we're just going to trace out the bird, making sure we're on the correct level. We are. And I'm just going to start at the beak. Oh, I'm on erase. Make sure you're on the pen level. And this doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get the shape of the beak. We don't need a whole lot of detail, but I do want the nostril in there. And pretty much just the shape of the beak and this eye. And then we're going to do the head. And then if you need to, you can push on the iPad and move your image around. And this doesn't matter down here because I know I'm changing this part. So we'll just drag that down. Now that we have the outline done, let's see if I can rotate this around for you so you can tell. I only did the eye, the beak, the nostril, and the mouth part, the line that separates. Let's also draw in this part, following this kind of black line here. Oops, that wasn't accurate. Let's draw in this black line. So we just drew a line between the pink and the black, the mouth part, the head shape, a little bit of the neck, and that's really all we need. So now I'm going to take this away, so now you should be able to see the design. Now we're going to start tweaking this. The first thing I notice is that the head is not big enough. So we are going to select the design, make sure I'm on the right layer, and we are going to expand this out and get her kind of centered. I think that will work for right now. And the first thing I want to do is work on this neck. I want this neck to come across her beak and around the front of the rock. Something like I'm going to hit the erase button. So now I'm actually just tweaking my design. So we can erase this line. And then we're going to take this and come around like that, and then we want to draw the back of the body. So that back of her body is going to come like that. Then we'll have that part figured out and we're good there. Now we're just going to work on I need to make sure my lines are correct here. Okay. Now, I want to work on kind of the shape of her head. I want to give her kind of a more rounded head, because that's going to make her look a little sweeter, I think, if her head is rounded. And since it's more rounded, I can pull this neck out. Oops, that was ugly. Erase that. Sometimes it's easier for me to pull a line to me. So I can do that. We'll just keep tweaking this until we like it. So I'm just drawing lines and erasing them as I go. So I'm creating, you see I'm creating this number 2. You can't even see that, can you? See how this, so if I move, I'm right in the way. See how I've created this number 2? That's kind of what I'm looking for. Maybe if I move this light over here, that way my hand... And I shrink my image down. If I need to make a long stroke, I shrink it down, because then the stroke is actually shorter than I need to make. So now I'm going to kind of widen out her face here. And then we could rounded here. Now see where we're taking some kind of liberties and changing just to kind of make her a little cuter. We're going to come across like that. We don't want to change her beak shape completely, but I am going to pull this beak out a little bit. Because when you enlarge the head, you really do need to kind of enlarge the beak as well so that it stays proportionate. So now we're going to work on this eye. And the eye, we're going to come like this, and this is going to be the start of the eye. And I'm going to just kind of create a big eye. We're going to erase all this little eye. And then on the Procreate app, if I just draw a messy circle and hold it, it will fix the circle for me and make it smoother. And let's see. I think I like that. And if I want to fill this circle in black, I just click into this black circle. Oh no, I don't want the previous color. I want to click in here and drag into there. I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to give her some eye shine just to give her some little character. I think I still want her head to be a little more rounded. And there we go. I may even want to take her beak and expand it out, the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is, you see this little ribbon? I'm going to click that, and I want it on freehand, and I am going to just draw around the beak, being careful where it intersects, and come back to this circle, and then I'm going to click the pointer tool. This is the selection tool. So now I have the beak selected, and I want it on freeform. It was on uniform, I want it on freeform, because I might want to expand it out and up. Because we're kind of, we're basically animating it as well. Okay, that I don't like. I like it there better. I like that. So what we have to do, deselect these, come over to the erase tool, and now kind of fix the areas where the lines no longer match up. And it changed where it attaches to the eye. I'm okay with that. I don't even like that. Okay. And really, that's it. We could give her a little necklace where we could add some rhinestones. Let's fix our circles. So if I click and hold, or not draw, it's more like draw and hold. Okay. So put some rhinestones on there. She's got her bill. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do, I want to erase this. And I want to give her like a teardrop nostril, I think. Yeah. Kind of like a watermelon seed shape. I might move it up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So I like it. And then the other thing, the other little touch we can do is add some eyelashes. Something like that. We could also give her some eyeliner. Something along those lines. And always sign your work. We're done.